Welcome back once again. Living organisms are made of great number of the cells. The number of the cells differ from one living organism to another. Some living organisms, their bodies are consisting of just one cell, which are called unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms. Uni equals one, unit. But some living organisms, or most of the living organisms, their bodies are consisting of great number of the cells, like animals and humans, which are called multicellular organisms. So, after all, the cell is the basic structural and functional unit of the living organism. When you want to explain the concept of the cell, you can say that the cell is the smallest unit of the living organism, the functional unit of the living organism, even the structural unit of the living organisms. The cells of the living organisms are not alike or not the same. They are different in shape, they are different in size, or even they are different in number. Some of the living organisms I have just mentioned just right now, they are consisting of one cell as yeast, fungus, bacteria, and protozoa. Some living organisms, their bodies are consisting of great number of the cells, which are called multicellular organisms. In this lesson, we have two examples of the cells, animal cell and plant cell. I think you remember this lesson because you have learned this lesson last year, and I think you are familiar about the similarities and the differences between them. If you look at the animal and plant cells, you can recognize that they have some similarities and some differences. From the similarities between them, both of them have nucleus. Both of them, the nucleus surrounded by jelly liquid fluid called cytoplasm, and both of them the cytoplasm surrounded by cell membrane. Here we have another similarity between them, which is existing in both of them, which is mitochondria. The mitochondria is the area where the energy is released. The food is broken down here to release energy. So, the similarities between them are 1 nucleus, 2 cytoplasm, 3 cell membrane, and number 4 mitochondria. The differences between both of the animal cell and plant cells: animal cells have large cell vacuole. Animal cells, they don't have large cell vacuoles. Plant cells have very important organelles inside their structure, which are called chloroplasts. But animal cells, they don't have chloroplasts. Plant cells are surrounded from outside by cell wall for supporting and shaping the cell, but animal cells, they don't have cell wall. This table explains and shows the similarities and the differences between plant cells and animal cells, and also the functions of each organelle. Both of plant cells and animal cells have nucleus, they have cytoplasm, and they have cell membrane. Also they have mitochondria. The function of the nucleus, as you know from the last year, the nucleus controls what happens in the cells. It also stores instructions called genes, including the DNA. Cytoplasm, it allows many chemical reactions to take place to keep the cell alive. It also consists of mainly proteins and water. Number 3, the cell membrane, both of them controls what enters or leaving the cells. Also allows oxygen and carbon dioxide to exchange and allow the nutrients to pass inside. Look at the differences between the two cells. Number 1, chloroplasts are found, or they are existing only in the plant cell, and they are not existing in the animal cell. Don't ever forget that the main purpose, the main function of chloroplast is to capture sunlight, to take sunlight for photosynthesis process to make their own food. The vacuoles or the cell vacuoles in the animals, in the plant cells, is looking like a bag that stores the sap of the plant's food. Finally, the cell wall, which surrounds the outside of the plant cell, is made of cellulose, which supports and protects the cell.